Miami's pick is in. They're picking at 10. And here, to me, it feels like it's some sort of infielder, Jacob Gonzalez, Colin Houck, somebody like that, as far as what might happen here. Maybe Tommy Troy on an underslot deal, but it really feels like it's an infield. I just don't know if it's going to be a college guy, a prep guy. What exactly is going to happen here for Miami at 10?
So I had Matt Shaw in my mock because he felt like a guy there. Tommy Troy also felt a little bit like a guy who would be their style. Braden Taylor still being there. He was a guy rumored to be. We're not talking Miami. I'm talking the Angels because the Angels host asking questions. Miami, they were so super safe a year ago, and it blew up in their face.
Yeah.
They've been kind of all over the discussion here. They've been so good at pitcher development. It makes one wonder if Noble Meyer will be the guy, just because they do development about as well pitching wise as anyone right now.
Would be the first prep pitcher off the board. That'd be really interesting to see. And this is something, like you said, if you're a GM, and this is Kim Ng, I think this is her third or fourth first round pick, does having somebody like your first round pick last year struggling like he is, does that affect your pick this year? Is it something where it should affect it? Does it affect it? Or can you ignore that and just take who you think is the best player based on your model?
Yeah, but their model's been like weirdly changing throughout the years. It's kind of what I've noticed. Like, they're a hard team for me to project because it feels like they bounce around. They were like one of the most, you look at Max Meyer was a pretty, maybe they just like guys named Meyer. But he was, another kind of risky pick just because the Big Ten isn't a big program. But Barry was so safe that I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to give you your flowers here. The number 10 pick is in with the number 10 pick. And thank you to our friends at Gametime for sponsoring this pick. Download the Gametime app, create an account, use promo code LOCKEDONMLB. It's worth it. Trust me. With the number 10 pick, the Miami Marlins have taken right-hand pitcher Noble Meyer out of high school. He's an Oregon product. He is the first prep pitcher off the board this year. And something where, to me, this was the real wild card, right? We didn't know where he was going to go. And I think that there's a lot of questions about like how far he was going to fall. And I'm glad that he didn't, because I think Noble Meyer's a really talented pitcher. It's just, this is the riskiest type of profile, right? And so what is it like? Tons of upside. Tell us a little bit about what Noble Meyer can do well and what he needs to work on.
He needs to work on everything. He's a prep pitcher. In fairness, he's a big guy. He's 6'5". The fastball is, he's your prototype. He's got the good fastball. He's shown 3 other pitches. I have him 23rd on my board because I just don't believe in taking prep pitchers in the first round, or at least early in the first round. They get hurt. And, if you go through and you just look at the data, I mean, to get a prep pitcher who produced 6 WAR, you have a 70% failure rate from the right-hand side, whereas like every college position has a better success rate than that. So it's just, no matter how good he is, it's just, you look at him, you're like, okay, so he is this year's 6'5" right-handed pitcher who touches upper 90s. Like, it feels like it's the same generic guy every year, unless there's something that really stands out. Like, yeah. I mean, the comp was Micah Bell, who's with Philly, and it's like, that's that guy, it's like, he's kind of that same thing. So maybe I'm being unfair with this, but you really have to trust your development. But maybe the Marlins are the ones where you do trust them, because it has been really good.